Some of the challenges I faced have been stereotypes. People assuming I work at Chinese restaurants or assuming I work at a nail salon, things like that. And I've been in restaurants before where they've asked me for more napkins, and it's really more the stereotypical uh, things that people think are associated with Asians that I experience the most. It's a lot about balancing the reaction that you have to someone in the sense of, is it something that you can help educate someone on, or is it something that isn't worth the time to try to explain to someone? So a lot of it is about a mental balance and understanding who's making those comments or who's assuming those racial stereotypes towards you. And it really depends on the situation as far as how I went about handling it. Being a kid, the things that you would normally experience is people lashing out about your eyes or your physical traits. As I've become older, it's more associated with the stereotypes of where they work, how they eat, how they speak, different things like that. So as an adult, there is a lot more ignorance that comes with that because you're getting it from other adults who assume that you are, for lack of a better term, fresh off the boat. They assume that you just literally came here from Asia. And so it's a lot different as you become an adult. It's not as so much about someone picking on you for the shape of your eyes, but more if you have an accent or if they assume that you work at a nail salon, things like that. It's definitely different as I've become older. Absolutely. I was just recently in Florida last year, and there's an incident at a shopping store in regards to a young man who wasn't wearing his mask. And there was a lady there who, a little bit older, she was Caucasian, and she was congratulating that young man for not wearing a mask and for standing up for his rights, of which I had made a comment about how that's not something that I would be proud of. And she immediately lashed out and told me that I should go back where I came from, back where I grew up from, which ironically, I grew up in Iowa. So it was obviously she wasn't aware of what she was saying. And then she proceeded to make assumptions based off of how I looked. And so definitely since COVID, it has increased. People automatically assume that I'm Chinese, which I'm not. I'm from South Korea. So definitely COVID has made a difference in how certain people who are not educated make those responses and assume just by looking at me that I'm associated with the origin of COVID and how it got to America, things like that. So absolutely.
This is just one voice of many, that has been forced to go through such hardships for being born a few thousand miles away.
Is it something that you can help educate someone on, or is it something that isn't worth the time to try to explain to someone?